Have a little listen. I hope you guys are good. Oh, Bazza, thank you. Oh, thanks, mate. What's that on the bottom of the screen? Can you see that there? What's that? What's this? What's happened? Is this the chat? God, it's always something, isn't it? Chat box. Refresh. Okay, let's try it now. It's a glitch in the matrix, yeah. There we go, it's working now. Fixed it. There you go, human troubleshooter. Thank you, Bazza, for 10 months. I love you. Hi, everyone to Pew. Hi, Katie. So, oh my God, I've had a really busy few days. As a few of you know, I went to Alton Towers with the kids on Sunday and Monday. What day is it now? Wednesday. So, yeah, we had an extended weekend before the kids went back to school. The kids hated me because this year I refused to get fast track tickets for Alton Towers, so they had to queue for all the rides. It's not the new day for the demo drop, no, Eric. It's just the last 2 weeks I've been doing it on the Wednesdays because of other stuff. The kids are back at school there now. We didn't do all the rides, no. Oh my God. So we stayed over at the hotel and we got there first thing the day after. We went on the new Nemesis, which was cool. Really, really, really good. Really good. The Nemesis Reborn, great ride. Really smooth now. You don't get any of the head shake. A nice bit of whip at the back. Really, really nice coaster. But around about halfway through the day, it got busier and busier. It still wasn't too bad, but we were talking like between 90 minutes and 120 minutes for some of the rides by the end of the day. The Smiler wasn't working for a lot of the day, and then at the point where I checked the app and it was working, I was like, right, we need to get down there now. So we got down there, started queuing for the Smiler, and we were about an hour into the queue. And by this point, I'm losing my mind. I love the Smiler as a ride. What I can't stand is the music. The music. Ha 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 ha. Like, and that's going on for an hour at this stage, and we were right next to where the speaker is for ages. It's really loud, and both me and Guy have got producer ears, so both of us are just like, I can hear like this distortion. It's just a slight bit too loud, and I don't like that part of the ride because I don't like how it's making me kind of think about laughing and joking in like this kind of like mocking. I can't really explain it, but I don't like it. I don't like how it, and I know what, it's very clever why it does it, because it gets you into this kind of mindset, this awkwardness, this uneasiness, and then you go on the ride. It's very clever for that. However, I know what it's trying to do. I know it is clever, so therefore it's not fooling me. So it just pisses me off. So I'm just pissed off by this point, but I'm not showing it. I just then go into like, okay, well, if you can't beat them, join them. So I just start like rocking out to this music, like in my head, I'm just like, ha, 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 like doing like all this bow, chicka, bow, wow. Oh, yeah. And so my kids are like, Mum, you are so embarrassing. You're so embarrassing to embarrass me. So I start doing that too. I'm like, God, oh my God. Just go away. Just go. It's so embarrassing. You're not Skibbity Toilet at all. And then at this point, all of these are the kids. We're just like, wow. So then I thought, I'm just going to be quiet. So I put my hood of my coat over my face over my face to just so that I wasn't so stimulated, because it was really like I was coping with it, but I was getting, if I couldn't have got it out by it being silly and expressive, I was like, okay, I need to go inward with this now. So I put my coat over my face, and you know, like, has anyone ever had a bird cage? And like a bird in a bird cage, and to quiet them down, what you do is you put a cover over it, and then it goes, and that's what it was like. I was like, oh, this is so nice. And so Guy was leading me around by his hand when we were moving in this queue. And I'm just like enjoying this. And I've got earplugs in as well. I put my earplugs in. I'm stood up. And I'm just like, oh. And then the kids are like, Mommy, being really weird. I'm like, I'm not. And then Guy's like defending me, going, why don't you just leave your mum alone? She's enjoying herself. She's got her hood over her face. She's enjoying it. Leave her alone. And then they kept pulling the hood off. And like, but Guy was like telling him not to do that and leading me around by his hand. And I'm like, oh, this is so nice. I was really, really enjoying it. I was just like, I wouldn't have gone to sleep, but I was kind of like in a nice meditative state. And then this smiler broke down. And they gave us the option. You can stay waiting in the queue or you can leave. So I text my friend Jay, who works there, and I was like, right, this is the situation. I'm not sure whether or not like they're going to be reopening. It's nearly the end of the day. And he's like, right, we'll wait out for a little bit. We'll see. And then about 20, 30 minutes later, they just took everyone out the queue. It was like the worst 2 hours of my life, but I dealt with it. I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. I was fine. So I'm really proud of myself. But next time I go, I'm definitely buying Fast Track again. Cool. Okay. No, I'm not saying like I feel like a bird in a cage. No. What I'm saying is when you put a hood over your head, then it felt very nice, in the same way that when you have a bird in a cage and you put a hood over it so it can't see any daylight, it chills them out. And I discovered that works for me as well. There you go. Shall we have a little listen now? Let's go. Here we go. First of all, we've got Twiddle, and this is Weekend Warrior.
weekend has landed. All that exists now is clubs, drugs, pubs and parties. I've got 48 hours off from the world, man. I'm gonna blow steam out of my head like a screaming kettle. I'm gonna talk cod shit to strangers all night. I'm gonna lose the plot on the dance floor. The free radicals inside me are freaking, man. Tonight I'm Chip Travolta, I'm Peter Popper. I'm going to Never Neverland with my chosen family, man. We're gonna get more spaced out than Neil Armstrong ever did. Anything could happen tonight, you know? This could be the best night of my life. I've got 73 quid in my back burner. I'm gonna wax the lot, man. The Milky Bars are on me! The Milky Bars are on me!
Okay, there we go. Twiddle. Have a little twiddle. And Weekend Warrior. Twiddle, no stranger to the demo drop. In fact, I have signed many of his tracks in the past and probably again in the future. I really like this one, babes. I really do. Weekend Warrior. Great use of that vocal. As In Search for Q said as well, sounds very, very clean. Really, really nice. Really nice. And again, like your production is just leveled up again. Really nice, interesting percussion. Something that I'm taking away from this. I can hold back a little bit with my percussion. I think sometimes, you know what it's like when you're making a track and you hear the same sound over and over and over again. You're like, oh, I'm just going to take that out now because I'm bored of it or it's doing my head in. So that's led me into a false sense of like that I shouldn't have any interesting percussion in my tracks, which is annoying. So what I've taken from this is that I'll probably put some more interesting percussion in my own tracks moving forward. I have to write that down so I don't forget. But I really like this. I really, really like it. Really nice chugger. A lot of swing. And that's what I like about your music. It's moving and it's grooving. Yeah. Everything's good about it. Balanced, well balanced. Really nice. And have you done your own master? Because it says in brackets Twiddle master. So that means you're doing your own masters, which is awesome. Awesome. Really, really cool. Really proud of you, mate. Yeah, I love it. Good chugger. And of course, guys, make sure you are following Twiddle as well. Have a little twiddle. Next up, we have got... You're trying to master on your own. You're doing a good job. It's difficult. It's difficult mastering. Whole of the ball game. So, I said to you guys, I've deferred my masters till next year, because they're doing they're starting a different course at my university where it's going to be geared towards music production instead of just an MA in music. It's an MA in music production. And one of the things that they'll be teaching us is Dolby Atmos, which is kind of like the future of where music's going. I want you to all to go and have a look at that. Go and research a bit of Dolby Atmos. And also part of that will be learning to master my own music. It's something that I've always chickened out of doing. I have done it. I used to do it in the past. Years and years and years ago, I used to master all of my music for my record labels using T-Racks. And I was getting a good handle on it, but I stuck to presets. I didn't really understand what I was doing at that time. But yeah, it's a whole other ball game. But I do believe strongly that if you get it right in the mix down, then your master won't be, it won't be difficult. And there's some great plugins now that that will help you with that process. However, if you're like me, I need to know what it's doing to the sound. Like if it sounds better, how is it? What did it do? And that's why I don't like these, like press a button and it's going to fix everything kind of things. I need to know exactly what is going on with the track. Is it adding side? Is it adding, where is it adding compression? Is it adding compression? Is it expanding parts? Well, what is going into all of these little parts that, these one click mastering things do? Yeah, that's what Daryl White told me. Who's Daryl White? Who's he? Yeah, if you get it done in the mix down, you're all right. You'll be fine. Oh, is that Whitehaze's real name? Oh my God. No, I'm not accepting it. He's called Whitehaze. I believe that's what his mum and dad, his mummy and daddy, christened him as or whatever. Oh, it's one half. I thought it was just one person. Oh my God. Oh, okay. I understand that. I bet I know. Oh yeah, of course. White is the person called Daryl, and then Hayes is the other person. I know. Yeah, I know, Ricky. I just told you. I just said it. I know. Mastering is a minefield, says VaderMonkey, but I've learned to enjoy the process. That's good. That's good. For me, I will learn to master at a deep level once I am truly satisfied with how I'm getting my mix downs and my sound, my music to sound in the first place, because otherwise I feel like I'm going to be running before I can walk with it. I mean, I'm at a brisk pace now, I'd say, in terms of production ability, but I have so much respect for it. And when I go into this, I have to go in on a very, 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 very deep level. That's been for everything, like my synthesis understandings, all the sound design that I've done. And it just takes a lot longer, but you understand what is happening on each and every level. And it's so important, because if you don't know what you're doing and you don't know why it sounds good on this track, and then you do another one and you can't recreate that without this one special plugin or whatever, it can be quite dangerous. Harrison J says, I agree, Anne, but I hate not knowing what's going on to a fault where I just want to shout and turn it off. Yeah. I don't know if that's just the way that I am. I don't think there's anything wrong with just pressing a button and it sounding awesome as well. I think that it's all of the above. Everyone is in it for different things. If you want to get something done and it sound awesome, why not? But I've got a feeling that we'd get bored of doing that pretty quickly because you'd be like, well, what is it doing? I need to look under the hood. Anyway, moving on. We've now got DJ Kambel. DJ Kambel. Yay! This will probably wake us all up. This is called Follow the Sun. And it's with Union Serenade.
Follow the sun, follow the sun up high. Together we'll stay, feeling this way. It's shining for you and I, oh baby. Follow the sun, we're leaving the rain behind. Together we'll be in harmony, taking the time, we will find out.
Is jumping. Go!
No, it's different this time.
Sunshine, I feel your energy. I need sunshine. feeling this way. It's shining for you and I, oh baby. Follow the sun, follow the sun. We're leaving the rain behind. Together we'll be in harmony. Taking the time, we will find our way. There we go. That is DJ Kambel. Follow the Sun. I'm assuming that this is an older track. I don't think I've heard this track before. It's not known to me. Yeah, it had some like Yamanda vibes at the beginning. You're welcome, Kambel. So obviously at this point, we know DJ Kambel, we know your work, we know... Oh, it's an old Happy Hardcore tune. Okay, I should have guessed, really. In the major key and everything. Well, I think there's two things that I don't like about it. I love everything else because I love everything that you do, Kambel. You know this. But there's two things I don't like about it. I don't like the kick, and I also don't like your snare rolls. But those are... It's probably... subjective. I just feel if I put this track up against one of your other tracks, this kick sounds very weak in comparison. So it might just be that you're going for this style, because it might just be because I like heavy kicks because I'm a hard house based DJ that plays harder types of music. But it definitely feels like this is a much softer bounce kick. Whereas usually yours are quite... I'll give you a heavy kick. Usually your kicks are quite punchy, top-endy, and we've got a lot of like thwack behind them. This one you've kind of like... It could be just an intentional thing. This one sounds like you're just using the kick there as like you've got emphasis on the other elements, but like that's fine. But I really can't get on with the. Yeah, you try for more the cheesy vibes. Yeah, I get it completely, because it reminds me of the Heads Up stuff. Heads Up is a little bit more like the kicks are a bit more laid back, but I really can't get on with that snare roll. I don't like it at all. Like it, to the point where I don't think I'd play it. And I love your... It almost sounds like it's got like some kind of a shuffle on it, but the rest of it's very 4/4 straight. It sounds like that snare roll, it's lost in its own reverb. I just find it, I find it distracting. Snare is not snappy, yeah. Do you know what it sounds like? Kambel, you know I love you. I'm not slagging off your tune at all because I fucking love you and I love your music.
Do you know what it sounds like? It sounds like, you know, when a magician is about to do like the big reveal. Let's have a listen again. Ta-da! Use a different snare at the tidy pack. Yeah, use the one you know and love, babe. Definitely. This is all part of the journey, though, isn't it? I've done it myself. I absolutely hate doing my snares. Anyone that's watched me when I'm in the studio on a live stream, I always leave the snare rolls till really, really late in the day because I just don't like doing them. And they're always fine afterwards, but yeah, I don't like doing them. I don't like doing them. I've made them. What I can find out, if I as long as I layer them, then I'm fine. Or if I find one really good one, usually I can just get away with that. But what I've done is I've made them really, really short, really, really short. And instead of like changing them with the ADSR, I'll change them in the MIDI pattern instead. So instead of just having like a hold note for it, and then you can change the attack, the delay, the sustain and the release in your sampler. I'll bypass that and I'll just do it all within the piano roll, and then I can just shorten it to whatever I need then. So snare rolls and kick rolls, you've got to fade out each sample so they don't overlap and clash. Yeah. Does anyone else use I've not used this for a while actually, but I used to use cut from and cut to. So you'd have like, you know, like in drum machines. So you'd have like, you know, yeah. So you'd have like, so that it would sound a little bit like in a band where someone would hit like the open hat, and then it would kind of like shut on itself. And then and if you cut it to like the closed hi-hat. Yeah, I've not done that for ages. Why did I stop doing that? Because Tidy have got a really good one. It's based off the MCP. It's called FCP. And I used to love doing that. And also another good thing about that drum machine, I'm sure other drum machines have it as well. There's ones which have like a velocity min and max. So you could have like stuff layered up. But then, like with claps, this is especially good because it will play a different clap depending on how much velocity you've got in your piano roll per whatever it is. And you can set them to wherever you want. So, like, you could have one, like, really, if it was set up to, like, 127, which is max, it would play this clap sample. But then if it was a 80, it would play a different one. You know, just for a bit of variation on stuff. But, yeah. Just... I think you're better than that snare, Kambel, and I love the tune. I think it's great. I love the whatever that female said in that drop as well. Yeah, I really like it. It's really cool. But yeah, just choose another snare. But this is what we're here for. Listen to us or don't listen to us. At the end of the day, we still love you and we think you're amazing. Everyone, please make sure you go and follow DJ Kambel. And we'll set up our collab date soon, mate. Just DM'd me a link to a song I wrote the lyrics for, making fun of two kids in a church Sunday school class. I don't want to interrupt, but I have to go get ready for an appointment. You go get ready for your appointment. How very snare you, says Richie. I know. Okay, next up. Got VaderMonkey. Hell yeah. VaderMonkey is in the chat right now as well. This is Can't Stop. No. Who, me? Yes, you. Here we go. go. That is VaderMonkey and Can't Stop. I just want to say thank you so much for all of the really helpful comments from other producers and people who are, you know, avid listeners of music as well, because your opinions are really helpful for us as well as artists. But yeah, I do always find it. We have a really, really good community in here. So anyone that's new to this will not maybe know that, you know, when we're giving advice, it comes from a really good intention and a really good place. With your track, VaderMonkey, we could all agree that it has some really, really great parts to it. Really, really great parts. I personally really like that chord progression, the pads. I found that quite interesting. Very trancey, very melancholy, but then had these areas where you were up in the energy. I can see where you were coming from in terms of this drop. You know, after that drop, you bring in this different bass line, which I really, really like. And I think that this could work inside of this track. But in order to get it to work, you need to introduce it before that drop. So if we go back and listen.
Stop laying back and I want walk away. I can't stop forgetting the words you
So either condense it down a little bit because it goes which so it's got this high bit, or keep that for later on. But you could have in the fills before this drop earlier on in the track, introduce those like these bits coming up now. Have those in some fill spaces earlier on, because then it primes our ears for it later on. It needs to have a bit of a warning, prime, get us ready for that. Otherwise it took us all out of this wonderful, reflective, emotional, trancy place. And then at that drop, you're expecting that to kind of like evolve further and elevate. But instead it was like you picked us up and you plonked us somewhere completely different. I'm not against that, by the way, because that's art. So when I'm saying this, I'm saying it probably with a label or DJ head on. Something I'd say it was too big a change. But I know where you're coming from. I know what you're trying to achieve. And I think it's important that this is a track that you've made. I think making this track is going to be one of those bridge tracks, which, it's not the end result, or it doesn't need to be released, but we all need to make music like this where we push it and we try and do something different, because unless we do that, we'll always just keep making the same stuff as everyone else. So these kind of tracks are not only important for you, but important for us to listen to and discuss. So thank you very much for sending it in for that on its own, because this is a helpful thing for all of us. I know from my own experience, I have got many tracks which I couldn't get the identity to, and it would have too many ideas in there, and I'd get frustrated and I'd think, I can't do this. But no, it was just because I hadn't committed to something. That's all it was. I do think, however, with this one, I think you could make it work. I just think it needs to be introduced a bit earlier on in terms of a fill, or maybe even, with the bass instrument you've got. So this offbeat bass here that's in, maybe instead of it all being on that one note, you could introduce that pattern which comes out on or just have that. But have it like not moving around all the time that much. There's so many ways that you can take this, and I'm just giving you some ideas of what I think, what I would do, not what I think you should do. That's that when I'm saying what I'm saying, it's just what I would do. Certainly not. You know, it doesn't matter what I think at the end of the day. It's what matters to you. But if it was something that you were trying to achieve and it was kind of like, you know, if it was feeling like you weren't getting it exactly how you wanted it to, then maybe have a think about what we've said and some of the insights and advice, because we're just here to help at the end of the day. It is difficult. It is difficult to get everything that you want to work in one track. But yeah, then again, like we said before, it could also be 2 track ideas. So maybe it's time to make decisions or move on to the next thing, learning, taking with you what you've learned on this. But yeah, I mean, we wouldn't be talking about it this long if we didn't think it was worth it. It's definitely worth it. It's a really interesting track. And I love the vocal as well. I think the vocal's great. Guys, can you please go and follow VaderMonkey? Thank you. Oh yeah, and the other thing as well, one of the effects was a bit loud in the mix, but you said that you felt like that was the case as well. Again, really easy thing to do. I've done it myself. Sometimes it's because effects are the last thing that I do before I finish the track. So sometimes they might be a little bit loud in the mix because I'm listening to them. And then after a day or so, I'll go back in and I'll mix them down again and probably make them a bit even more like lower in the mix, because they're just kind of like they want to be there, but they don't want to be heard. I'm at the point where I do want to push my sound to a more technical level. Well, you are, mate. And it gets very frustrating. But these tracks that you're making, when it's like this, these aren't always supposed to be fully releasable, ready for the public tracks. Not every single thing that we ever do is supposed to be that way. In fact, most of it should be stuff that we've learned from or expressing something to ourselves. But if you're doing it with the intention of getting better at music production, these are the working out tracks. You know, this is us working stuff out through practical application of learning. It's all very well sitting talking about stuff, plugins, theories, workflows. I do this or you do that. Which door do you use? I mean, it's all very well, but the practical application of it is literally all that matters at the end of the day. So you learn from the few you do release too. Yeah. I learn from all of it. Yeah, one thing I've definitely learned is finishing stuff has helped me to move on quicker and level up a lot quicker. But then I always had like this procrastination, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. I don't want to finish it because that means that, you know, it's done then and people will judge it. But you have to get over that. Definitely. It's a very vulnerable thing, sending music for people to critique. It really is. But you know you're in a safe place here, VaderMonkey, and I am really looking forward to hearing your more stuff from you. So yeah. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to say as well, in case you hadn't picked up on it, this is a technical piece of feedback. So this means it's not a subjective thing. This actually does not sound right. The Hoover stabs seem to go out of time. Hang on. So it sounds like they're on an 8-bar loop, because right at the beginning of the 8 bars, when they start, wah, 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 they're fine. And then when we get into bars 5 to 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, they are going out of time. So I don't know if that's something that, on the second half of, so it will be, the first half is fine. So they go out. Fine. Now. Really out. Really out. Really out. Back in. So if that is a sample, you might have just knocked it out a bit, or you've not time warped it properly, audio warped it, whatever you're using. I think that's probably what it is. I don't think you'd have that problem if it was a MIDI pattern. Yeah, there you go. Needs rewarping. That's all it is. That's all it is. But yeah, just once that's sorted out, that part will probably sound a lot better anyway. So yeah, but yeah, thank you for sending it in, mate. Love you. Okay, next up. Next up, we've got Lemonchill. Welcome back, Lemonchill. Those warp modes confuse the shit out of me. Are you using Ableton? DJ McDJ Face. Oh my God. Hi. Thank you for 25 months. Thank you. Yeah, and if anyone needs any help with that, Harrison J is a very, very, very good source of help. But if you guys don't know, that's M Series. I play a lot of his music. We've made a track together as well. He's awesome. Martin. That is Harrison J in the chat there. But yeah, I felt the same with the warp markers and stuff in Ableton. But now they make complete sense to me. I like the way that they work. But I'm a lot quicker in FL Studio. If in Ableton, only Complex Pro. There you go. Control 4 says, I use 4 doors. Yeah, I can understand. I can pretty much believe that. There's so many now, and there's so many that do amazing jobs for different things. Like, I remember probably about 10 years ago, me and Guy were looking at Reaper, and Guy was using Reaper for certain stuff. And now, again, everyone's like going back to things like Bitwig because of this stuff that you can do under the hood with it. Like, I've been watching a lot of people doing loads of really cool stuff with that. I think it's since the age of people making their own devices and Max for Live and that kind of thing. Reaper is ugly. It's so interesting to me though, because I think there's so many more people who can get into music production now from any level. That you've got the safer options like Ableton, maybe Studio One to a degree, Dance EJ, Garage Band. But then if you want to go deep with it, you can do. And then we've got like your Cubase, FL Studio. Reason, some people I know still using things like Acid Pro, whatever it is. But then if you want to go really deep with stuff, then there's some great ones like Bitwig and things like that out there where you can really go off on your own tangents with stuff. But yeah, I love that about music production. I think the fact that it's so much more accessible now than it ever has been is only a good thing as well. So, but I think also remind yourself not to get overwhelmed with stuff, because not everyone, this is something I recognised realised later on, I thought everyone, thank you Lois Lane, I love you, my lecca lecca man. I thought everyone did sound design. I thought everyone was making all of their sounds from scratch using subtractive synthesis, FM synthesis, additive synthesis, spectral synthesis, I've said FM, and they don't. Like I was struggling for so long because I thought I was stupid. I thought I was stupid because I didn't know all of these things. So I learned all the things, and then I realised, no, a lot of people just use presets. I was like, what? Oh fuck! What? And now I quite happily use presets. Yeah. Oh, I've had some mad conversations with people. And people who I really looked up to in the music industry. And they've just looked at me like I'm talking gibberish. When I've been talking about stuff on Avenger or Vital more recently. Harmer. And they're like, what are you talking about? Oh, do you know you can put an image into Harmer and it'll give you an actual sound? It's so fucking cool. And they're like, yeah, but yeah, like my point is, I think I would have still done all that because I enjoy like, wow, like how the fuck can you make literally near enough any single sound out of FM synthesis? How? Why is that the case? And, you know, like it's a never-ending rabbit hole of good procrastination, but you'll never get a track finished. Yeah, I guess it does, VaderMonkey. I don't guess. I know it is. It's definitely, but it was something that I've been exposed to it through Guy being around me. Me and Guy have had and every day we have conversations on new plugins that we like and stuff. He'll show me new stuff, and then like through him introducing me to stuff, I've then gone, whoa, I'm gonna go deeper into this now. But it was purely, well, it was mostly from being in the environment of other people that I care about, being interested in it, and then realizing, wow, this is really interesting to me. Yeah, positive influences. But there's nothing wrong with using presets at all. So I very happily use them now. But do you know what the great thing about learning all of the sound design stuff is? When you find a sound that you really like, and it's a preset, you can tweak it then and you can make it your own from that point. So if there's stuff on it that you don't want on there, you'll be able to understand how to sort that out. Even as something as simple as, like, if you wanted to add a bit of sub to an oscillator on a bass sound that you really liked, but you didn't want it to go through all of the effects chain that it was currently on that synth, like, you'd be able to learn how to bypass that effects chain. Like that, this is a very simple example, but like, as long as you know how to use that synth and how to get the best out of it, you'll be able to find a roundabout sound that you kind of think, oh, this will work, and then be able to elaborate further on that. So, hello, Kid Dynamo, are you here? Hi. Yeah, in Search of Q, I saw that. That video. Read the manual. Ooh. I don't think I've ever read the manual. I've read FL Studios manual because I find it quite funny, but that's about it. I remember, like, this time last year, I got in with a community of producers, engineers and EDM vocalists and such, and I showed one of the guys the stuff I'd been working on and told him I'd been rolling my own samples and SFX, etc. He was like, why? Why? Are you stupid? Can you afford a sample pack? Why are you doing it yourself? stupid. Oh, yeah. But there's nothing wrong with using samples, and there's everything right with using samples. So, you know, especially with dance music, recording stuff yourself is great. Foley. I'm going to be doing more recording of stuff myself, but I do love sampling. So and like I said, I love using presets now just to get like into a general ballpark. Do you know another reason why it's important before we carry on? You're not going to be inspired. You're not going to be inspired if you're having to make a sound from scratch every single time you get onto a keyboard and you start jamming out. And so if you want sounds in there that, you know, you want some good presets in there that are going to get you in the mood to continue, get it down, move on to the next thing. Because if you're going into editing mode all the time, that also is not helpful for blue sky, imaginative, creative thinking. Yeah. But isn't it cool? We can all come at this from different angles. And yeah, so whatever DAW you use. Kid Dynamo has updated his DAW. What DAW are you on now? So for a bit of context, Kid Dynamo, whose stuff I play all the time, he was on Acid Pro. So I don't think he was even able to like add in third-party plugins or something, or at least third-party VSTs. What DAW are you on, Kid Dynamo? I'm not going to continue until you tell me. Acid Pro 11. And Logic 10. Okay. Acid Pro 11. Let's have a little look. Oh, is it made by Magix.com? I didn't know that. Let's have a look at this very quickly. Okay. Acid Music Studio 11. Oh, he looks like he's having a fun time. Look. Piano. Music production based on his loop concept. 64-bit support. Fuck. 8 virtual instruments plus 6 effect plugins. 6 effect plugins. Oh, fucking hell. Let's go. Kickstart your music production easily. Kickstart music production, loop-based creation, blah, 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 blah. Look, 50 Cent producer, DJ. I speak to him on Facebook. That's weird. I didn't know that was him. Ted Perlman, he uses it. And Zakino. Ooh. Must be good. Is this something that they've made in it? Okay, so you can make sounds in it. Great. Oh, okay. Do you know what? This is one thing that I do love about Acid Pro is the acidized loop. So like they will not naturally, but you know what I mean. They will. What are they called in? It's just acid loops, isn't it? So they will, whatever the BPM of your track, even in the browser window, and you just like introduce them or audition them, they will play in the same tempo as your project. Okay. Oh, it's in colour now. That's good, Jake. Brilliant. What other new features have you got? Oh, that's it. Cool. Nice. I think with Kid Dynamo, he gets a pass, really. And you can use third-party plugins now. Brilliant. That's all you need. That's all you need. But yeah, it looks cool. I think it's probably a wise decision that you don't start with something that you know, start from with a DAW that you're not familiar with. So yeah, cool. Just reading your messages. Yeah, it's not the tech that makes a good tune. It's you. That's how important you are. Okay, next up. Everything you need and nothing you don't. I like that. It's true. So next we've got Lemonchill, haven't we? Okay, so this is Gan Eden Ver 2024. Yeah, no worries, Twiddle. See you soon, mate. Love you.
If you're gonna build a time machine,
time machine. Kind of a DeLorean. The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine, why not do it with some style?
There we go. That is Lemonchill, who has appeared on the show before. That is Gan Eden Ver. And this track, he says this track was originally released in 2022 on my album Roots of Dedication. Now I made a new version. So yeah, I really like this. What do we call this? Like down tempo, bit synth wavy. Yeah, Control 4. Yeah, you called it. Yeah, it was originally released in 2022 and now it's made a new version. Yeah, I really like it. I really liked it. This is the kind of music that I would like on playing a racing game. Actual note, too slow, you'll miss out on a lot of set inclusion. Because of that, the vibe would fit perfectly in a 120 to 130 melodic set with some darker elements and also a transition into trance around 135. But the track itself needs to be around 128 because otherwise most DJs won't pull the tempo up that dramatically. Maybe. It's not something that I've ever had a problem with as a DJ. If something's really low in BPM and I'd want to play it, I know I can lift up the volume, increase the tempo to whatever I want. It's not a problem. But I'd say more of a problem with DJs would be the opposite way. I think some DJs don't think about playing below 0%, as in like in the middle, and to go into the minuses. So I don't think that's a problem really from my experience with people, DJs not playing your music just because it's too slow. I don't think that's really a thing. I also don't think it's very good. I don't think it's helpful for you to be in that mindset of worrying about that, about the tempo. Like, it's something that I've always been really, what's the best way I can describe this or say it? I don't think you should be worrying about what tempo your music is at, because if you're trying to convey something, then you want it to be whatever speed that feels right. You don't worry about whether or not this is going to fit what DJ is going to play, unless you are doing it to get on a record label. In which case, if you are, you're going to be disappointed anyway, because if they don't take it or no one listens to it, you're like, oh, I made it for you though. I did it for you. No. Always do it for you. Always do it for you. Always. Even if there's a fire. The biggest thing is missing out on discovery, because I wouldn't necessarily notice it in a pool. It might drop off the bottom of my tempo filter. I worry that you think in this way, Alistair, because I think it's not going to be helpful for you to think about making your music in that kind of with that mindset for other people, and worrying about it necessarily dropping off someone's radar or whatever. I don't know. I think that it can be dangerous to make music for those reasons. Yeah, it will work at a beach bar. It's a perfect speed and energy. Yeah, exactly. Did I see someone? Hello, Solibra. How you doing? But I made it for you. Why don't you like it? Why isn't anyone buying my fucking music? Rant. It's because you're doing it back to front. Don't make it for other people. Mama, where's my positive feedback? we're not telling you off. DJ McDJ Face, we're not telling you off. You'll learn. You'll learn the hard way. Ooh. Yeah, you're not told off at all, babes. Honestly, you're not. It's our way of coping because we've all been there. We've all tried to impress people and it didn't work. Sometimes it does. Don't you think it's weird though? Sometimes the track that you thought no one's going to like that, or the weird one, and it's the one that people like the most. This is the thing that I love most about music, right? One of the main things. I love that it can't be 100% manufactured. I love that there's always that element of anyone could make a really great track. Anyone could, at any point, could have something that everyone really loves to hear. But the thing is, you've got more chance of that happening if you do it with the right reasons, with the right intentions. And when you do it with the right intentions, you'll be able to do it again and again and again and again and again. A very good example of this is an artist called Ren. I don't know if any of you follow Ren and Ren's journey. He's an amazing artist. Very, very authentic and a great songwriter, rapper, lyricist, makes his own music, has a real, deep-seated knowledge of who he is as a person, as an artist, and has created a big following around that authenticity, around that I don't need to say originality, because none of us are original, whether we like that to be the case or not, but that authenticity is what will most likely propel you to what it is you think that you want in life. For the record, I do agree, no one's ever sat down with a deliberate intent to make a commercial banger and succeeded. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's done that and it did succeed. Probably, because I know a lot of the scene, the industry is manufactured in that way. So I do think you can do that. I just think that for us as independent artists, you're never going to get in there. You're when I say never, don't listen to me, but I don't think we'd want to be in there. I don't think that's where we want to be. I don't think that's really fulfilling. I think what's more fulfilling is to express yourself in an authentic and true way for you. And if people like that and they get it, they will find you. They will find you and they will stick with you. But yeah, Ren, if you've not heard of Ren, I do really suggest that you go and check out his work. Yeah, he's awesome. I met him recently as well at the Secret Garden party. It was his very first live show in 5 years. He's been away in Canada getting, I think it was stem cell treatment for lupus. I think it was lupus. He's been very ill as a youngster. And for him, music has saved him. So for him, music is very intrinsically linked to him as a human being. So that's where he's got this unshakable, uncancelable, real fan base and realness of his music and relatability with people, and he's not trying that on. He's not thinking in his head when he's doing that, oh, this track is not going to be relevant to this type of DJ because it's too slow. Like, that's not a thing that's entering into his head. And like I said, going back to what we were saying there, if you think in that way, please just be prepared to be disappointed a lot. So by all means, try it out. See what happens when you make a track a bit faster. See what happens when you make it a little bit slower. But also remember that as DJs, we know we can go up and we can go down and make things faster and slower. It's not a big deal for us. We don't care. If you want to make it slower, make it slower. I'll speed it up anyway, out of spite. So there. Okay, next up, we've got DaniRout, and this is Move Your Ass. There we go. That is DaniRout. Only a short track there. I'm assuming that's just like a clip version of it. I would have liked to have heard a bit more of that, to be quite honest. But from what I could hear, it was very well balanced, really clean sounding, some really great ideas in there. I'm assuming that's kind of like a first render of some ideas. Yeah, radio demo probably. Yeah, it was nice. I would like to, like, it's difficult for me to say much more on that because I wouldn't want to hear the next section. Maybe like a vocal on it or something, but not necessarily. The carrot and the stick edit, yeah. But yeah, if you guys want to know any more about DaniRout, make sure you go and follow him on Thingamabob, SoundCloud. There's a link. But yeah, I was enjoying that. I was enjoying the sounds. I thought the selection of the sounds was good. Like I said, very well balanced. Not really much more to say on that, really. Arrangement probably needs a little bit of tweaking. But that Lemon track being slow didn't stop me buying it on Bandcamp. Yay! Well, I'm really glad that we had that conversation, DJ McDJ Face. That's why I love this show, because all of us have got those kinds of little belief systems. And I know, DJ McDJ Face, that that's something that you've probably picked up from somebody else telling you. But we all do it. We all get sold belief systems by other people, sometimes well-meaning people, sometimes people like me. I could tell you one of my belief systems and you could take that on as being, you know, gospel. I don't want you to. I want you to always question, you know, what I say, what other people say. I try and be mindful with my own kids, you know, with the things that I say to them. Like a big example would be, I'm not scared of spiders. So my kids aren't scared of spiders. So I don't want, you know, that's an example of a belief system, or that spiders are scary, that I don't want to pass down to my kids. My mum wasn't scared of spiders either, but I see other people freak out about them. I'm like, what's the matter with you? Then I went to Australia and I was like, oh, okay. I was scared of those ones. A little bit scared, only a little bit. But my point is, if we didn't have these conversations on this show about these little blinkers or limitations, especially with our music production that we put on ourselves, we'll never unravel it. Honestly, it's actually not. It's a system I picked up myself from how I quickly construct sets, to be honest. But it's not true, though. It's only true for you. It's subjective. So that's why we had that discussion about, you know, for me, that's not true. So, you know, it's one of those things that you can, you could either pick it up from someone else, or you could wrongly assume that yourself. But the point is you'll limit yourself and your music if you don't question those beliefs. So it's really important. I'm probably the problem in that regard. We all do it. Alistair, we all do it to ourselves. All of us have got different ones though. Hi, Proper Dom. Yeah, we've all got different belief systems, that limiting belief systems. So it's good to talk about them, because if it's not true, then you can disregard it. You don't have to pick every single thing up, even if you've told it to yourself. Even if you told it to yourself. I haven't read Gestalt yet. It's on. It's in. I've got, how many bookmarks have I got open on my phone? Let's have a look today. Let's see. Okay, right now. Can you see that? It says 81. 81 open tabs, right? That's not even that bad. Where's my Gestalt one? It's still, here it is. It's that, there we are. It's there, but I've just not got around to reading it yet. But is that part of it then? But yeah, I will. I've had the kids have been off school. I've not had any time to read anything, but I will do. 81 tabs, yeah. The very first one that was opened, but they're all relevant. I need all of these. So the first one is a Dave Owens sample pack. I've got another one that says Record Box Tips and Tricks Export Mode, Track Stack, Rob Pappen. What's that about? Rob Pappen. I've got one of his VSTs. Sub Boom Bass. So that's another thing I'm supposed to be checking out. BT Spitfire, BT Phobos, Omax, all-in-one music market built on the blockchain. These are all things that I'm interested in. Rat Pedal. Oh, shit, I still need to get my Rat Pedal. AI Voice Changer. Songwriting AI Companion. What else have we got here? TB303 Pedal Distortion Unit. Beat Fader. Roland TRAS. Still want to get one of those. So I can't take off any of these open tabs because they're all relevant. I've just not got round to them yet. Oh my God, Martin, I'd love that. Please, yeah. Yeah, tabs have become the new bookmarks. But you know, the good thing is I don't have an iPhone, right? This is a gaming phone. So this has got a very, very high refresh rate. It's snappy. I've had it for about 3 years now. This is a Xiaomi Poco X3. It's awesome. And it can handle me having 80 tabs open on Google Chrome. Doesn't care. Street tab. But yeah, I like that one, DaniRout. Thank you for sending it in. Moving on, we've got Quentin Newman, and this is Dreams. There we go. Quentin, Newman and Dreams. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. It's kind of like a nice crossover between maybe chuggy techno, EDM. Yeah, like it was, yeah, very, very well balanced, great production, great decision making on the sounds. Hi, Terex. I really liked it. Very textured, very layered, very emotive. And I liked, yeah, almost tech trancey as well. I definitely had some tech trancey elements to it. Yeah, good call, VaderMonkey. Yeah. Really nice. I like the fact that I can't put it in a box, but it makes sense musically as well. That's a difficult thing to do. It's a difficult thing to do. But yeah, I really like this. So if you guys liked it, make sure you go and follow Quentin. I love that name as well. Quentin. The only Quentin I've known, I know I've probably said this before, is there was an Uncle Quentin in an Enid Blyton book. Was it The Famous Five or The Secret Seven? It was Aunt Fanny, and hi Joe, hi, Aunt Fanny and Uncle Quentin. Yeah, they were characters in The Famous Five or The Secret Seven. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Joe. Guys, can you go and follow Joe Ventura, please? VaderMonkey says it's best not to pigeonhole yourself to a sound. You become shackled to a misconception. Yeah. Yeah. And you don't know at the end of the day. You don't know what's best for you as an artist. You think you know. But it would be a shame if you spent all of your life as an artist in one area without even thinking about, oh, well, let's try a drum and bass tune. You never know. That might be, you might be like, shit, I've never even thought about this before. And then that might lead you to do somewhere halfway in between, like breaks. So it would be like house speed, but it wouldn't be, but it would still have the influences of drum and bass. Yeah. And another thing that I have found helpful is, yeah, there are no rules. Well, there are. There are some rules. But you should know the rules to break the rules. And when we're talking about rules, it's the really obvious stuff. Just the really obvious stuff. A bit like learning to write the English language. We all have a structure that we follow. Sentences. Periods. Or full stops as we call them. Capital letters at the beginning. Phrases. You know, that's the rules. But the words, that's all up to you. Yes. No one can tell you how to be artistic. Exactly, Joe. Exactly. That is for you to do. That is for you to... we were just talking about this earlier, how sometimes artists try and make a track for a certain label, for example, and when you put the cart before the horse in that way, you can end up being very, very quickly disheartened and frustrated at the scene, at the industry, at yourself, if you try and make music for other people, which is kind of counterintuitive, because as DJs and as artists, we want to make music for DJs and labels to get on the labels. But that isn't usually the best way to do it. The best way to do it is to do it for you. And if other people like it, then they go, hey, I kind of like this thing that you've made. Can I sign it to my label? You're like, yeah, right. Or no. But yeah, making stuff for everyone else is not always the best way to go about it. In my opinion. Exclamation mark. Yeah, exactly. VaderMonkey says, structure dictates rules. Interpretation creates freedom within the rules. Yeah, I like that. I like how you said that. That's really cool. It's like when you send something over and it goes back and forwards, that does me. Like, you just say yes or no. Yeah, well, you mean when you send it over to a label or something? Yeah, it can be very disheartening. Like, the artist should really be spending most of their time just on being an artist. Opening can of worms here. This is part of the problem when we start making what we want to express ourselves, not for another ulterior motive. If they like it, great. If they don't, great. Yeah. Find your tribe. Find where you fit. Like your t-shirt says, Joe, I'm not for everybody. You know, it's that's okay. That is allowed, and it's actually preferable. You don't want to be for everyone. You want to find the people who are your vibe. It's really important. It's really important. I spent a long amount of my time people pleasing, not knowing how to state boundaries, and didn't help at all. It didn't help at all. But what did help was a bit of self-respect, a bit of boundaries, a bit of being okay with some people not liking, you know, me as a person since live streaming. You know, you guys have probably had the same experiences as well, whether you're a streamer or just at work or friends that you've known for years and now you don't really have a lot in common with them anymore. That's fine. That's okay. How can anyone not like me? I don't know. I don't know. I like me, so like it's silly to me why no one would like me, but I get it. I think sometimes I talk too much. You know, when I'm DJing, and I think maybe the things that I say, people might be like, what the fuck? But the more that you spend time on our channel, you know where it comes from with me. I like to be underestimated. That helps me to feel safe in a lot of ways. I know where I'm going now with stuff. I know who I am as an individual, as an artist, as a DJ, as a teacher, as a mum, you know, all of those things. But that only comes with age. But yeah, it's really, yeah, the only people that actually will not like me are people who literally do not like themselves. And that's definitely, I think that's the same for everyone though, isn't it? Like I don't hate anybody. I don't even people who've done me really, really wrong in my life. I don't hate them. I just choose never, ever, ever, ever to spend any more of my time in their presence. You know, I wouldn't spend any time slagging them off either to other people, because I believe that's bad karma. I do believe that's bad karma, but it's not what we need to do as artists, is it? It's not helpful. It's not using your energy in a productive way. So I wish more people doubted me. I need some more motivation. Yeah, that's the thing about being underestimated. When you do anything really good, everyone's really surprised. And then also it does give you that fire to do better when you're being underestimated. Like, yeah, I'll show you. I like that. I do like that. I think being a female sometimes, and also having blonde hair, wearing fake eyelashes sometimes, and playing up to it a little bit, it's definitely made me get really, really, really good at certain stuff within music on purpose. Because I love the fact that when we get people who come into the stream sometimes and they're like, oh, here we go, blonde hair, fake tits. I bet she's shit at everything. I bet she just sucks everybody's penises in order to get where she is. And then we get the vinyl out, and then we do a live stream where we're in the doing a music production live stream and talking about sound design or whatever it is, and then they're like, okay, I'm not watching this person anymore. And then the numbers will go down. We do have a low viewership on here, either because people don't like me, or some of it I think is I'm not getting my tits out enough. I don't know. It's not my problem because the people who are here are wonderful. So yeah, thank you for being here, gang. But yeah, welcome in, Joe. Good talk. Next up, we have got Harrison J. And this is I Got 5. Oh my goodness, Harrison J. Take a bow, mate. Joe Ventura, I'm trying to at you and I can't for some reason. I don't know what's going on at the moment. but on my side I can't at you or shout you out. I don't know if any of my mods can. But yeah, I'll message you afterwards, mate. Yeah, obviously, everything that Harrison J does. You tried to give me what? No. I would piss, cry, and die all at the same point if you did that. I don't even know how much that is in pesos, but it's probably a lot. Yeah, you need to join that DJ program. I don't know why that's happened, Joe. I don't know why. I've got like there's a restricted thing up on it. I'm going to talk to you afterwards about it just to make sure you're okay. But yeah, that track was amazing. This is a good friend of mine, Martin. We've done a track together in the past called Bright Lights. And yeah, just make sure you go and give him a follow, gang. Please. That's his SoundCloud. But yeah, he's an awesome producer. Also very, very helpful for anyone that wants to learn anything about DJ music production. We've had him on the show before, helping to listen to your music and give advice, give some feedback, which is really cool. But yeah, thank you, Martin. Love you, mate. Next up, we've got Mr.MR, and this is Let Me See You Dance. about that. Yeah, I've got fur in my mouth now. That's what that song does to me. Makes me want to move. Yeah, that's Guy's, by the way. That's Guy's puppet. He didn't want it anymore, but I couldn't throw it out because obviously it's alive. So now it's in here. I don't have room for it. Like, it's got a whole space. Look. This is a Calex unit. I could be putting vinyl in there, but no, that's like his home. Look at his little face. Hang on, let me just turn off the background blur. Look, his little face. Can't chuck him in the bin. Are you crazy? I've got so much crap in this room. Yeah, I really like this tune. I think that there's some production quality stuff that could be done, but the energy's all there. The energy's all there in this track. I love the arrangement. I like the sounds. I love the hoovers. Maybe a little bit too much delay or reverb on that vocal, but I could still tell what it said, so that's not even an issue. But yeah, I liked it. It made me feel excited. So yeah, it's a yes from me. Thank you, DJ Mr. How long? Hello, Renee. How long was the track? It was long. It's like 8 minutes long. 8 minutes 11. So yeah, I think that it could be condensed a little bit. It was quite long. Yeah. But do you know what? That's kind of standard for Hard House because of the long mixing intro and mixing outro. It's about normal, but in this day and age, probably should have like a condensed version. Yeah. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Welcome in, Renee, by the way. Good to see you. Let me see you dance. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. Yes, Renee, you're not used to hearing Hard House not mixed. Exactly. I do try and like fast forward the actual intros when I play the tracks as well, just so we're not just listening to percussion for a minute and a half each side, at least a minute and a half. So yeah, but yeah, it could just be that. Christian Howard, and this is get a little close to that sucker.
Down.
go, Christian Howard. Get a little close to that sucker final. No, you didn't need to hear the final bit. That was just the name on the audio file. Yeah, I like this version. I thought it sounded very clean. I liked some of the synth noises in there. Some of them were sounding like uber clean, really, really nice. I don't know if they've used any oversampling on this or anything, but there were parts of that just sounded really nice, really, really nice, really deep. Making full use of the spectrum of sound. I'm getting tired now, so I can't think of things to say. The best way I can describe it is the build-up went higher than the drop. Ooh. Yeah, I like the drop. Sometimes people do that on purpose, don't they? Like the drop will kind of like bring it down. It won't be like mental. I sometimes you have to do a really good job of that if that's going to work effectively, because sometimes I think that it can be a bit of a letdown. You know, like you're coming to this big crescendo and then it's like I don't know, masturbating for an hour and then not having an orgasm. That kind of thing. Unless you're doing it right, I don't know if that's like, yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like there's a lot of like, and then like, oh, getting cramp. Yeah. Imagine doing that on purpose. Maybe that's going to be like a new genre, edging. Oh no, that's already a thing, isn't it? It was progressive house, not the old stuff, the new stuff. Edge and bass. There you go. Edge and trance. Oh God. No, but I don't think that was the case with this track. I loved everything about this tune. I love that vocal anyway. And it's just, I'm going to be playing this probably in my warm-up sets. I could definitely speed this up and play it in something that's a bit more peak time, as they say now. Yeah, I really liked it. We like long build-ups and disappointing drops. We like long build-ups and disappointing drops. Yeah, that was a good meme, that. But yeah, not... why is there a profanity filter on? What? Hang on. Are you sure? Yeah, it seems fine on my end as well. You should be able to swear. That's part of the whole... Yeah, Richie can. Weird. Here also I can curse. Yes. Is it nation specific? Oh my God. Yeah, everyone try and put in a rude word. Yeah, I'm fine. How strange. Weird. Turn off your VPN. Yeah, maybe it's that. Oh, there we go. Kid Dynamo's not allowed to. Okay, I'll allow that. Maybe it's because you said those 3 words together. No, it's blocked for me. What? Richie, could you do me a massive favour and have a look at the settings? Do you know what it might be? You know, ages ago we had like a bot follow attack, didn't we? And when that happened, I put the shield on. But then when maybe it's when I change, you know, when I put the shield back on, turn it back off again, sorry. I don't know if it's caused any issues with the but no, I mean I'm looking at them now. I'm looking in the area for this. There's no blocked terms and phrases apart from the obvious stuff, like don't say anything like homophobic or racist or anything, but you're allowed to say swear words. Hang on, here we go. Harmful chatter detection. Harmful chatter detection uses machine learning to detect potential ban evaders or harassers using a signal level you've selected. Likely evaders or harassers. Their messages will be delivered only to most possible evaders. Restricted. Level 2. What's recommended? Monitoring. I'll put monitoring on. Level 2. I don't know if that's it though. What's the difference between monitoring and restricted? I don't understand. I'm going to have to look up on this. What's restricted mean? Does anyone know? Stop it, Tarek. Stop being rude. Oh, Christian's there. Please take a video if you play the track out. Yes, I will do, mate. I will do. I'll most likely be playing it on my radio, on my live streams for sure. But yeah, thank you for sending it in, Christian. We loved that. We loved that tune. Really, really nice rendition of the original. I would imagine restricted is automatically blocked, but monitored, you get to check them first. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm going to change it now and then let's see what happens. I'm going to change it to monitoring. Save. Okay, now try swearing. Let me know what the difference is. Go, go, go. Yep, everyone's allowed to swear. Oh, Kid Dynamo's one wasn't allowed again. Yeah, this isn't getting monetized on YouTube, is it? Definitely not. Yeah, I'll look into it a bit further if everyone's still having issues. I'll also ask in my Twitch team chat as well. Yeah, I know all the bad words too. Most of them. Cool. Thank you guys for joining me today. It's been a lot of fun as usual. Thursday tomorrow, not sure what I'm doing yet. I might do a pop-up stream. I might just do studio stuff. Not sure yet. Yeah, go and wash your mouth out, Kid Dynamo. Stay where you are because we're going to go and see. Let's see who's over at Atomic Card House. Who's on? Let's see who's on over there. And I'll see you all either tomorrow or I won't see you Friday. I'm not going to see you this weekend. I'm going to have to stream tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not here this weekend. I'm visiting friends in Devon. I've got a gig in Taunton, and then I'm staying down Devon way to see my friend from school, Pete. Oh, you have a podcast on the 29th of September. Cool. I hope it goes well, mate. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm so proud of you all. Thank you for sending your music in. Thank you for continuing to let us listen to your stuff. Thank you to everyone that has resubbed, everyone that supports the stream, everyone that sends in their tracks, their music. Yeah, thank you. And also thank you to everyone for helping me get my my camera. Here it is. Look. I've not even taken it out of the box yet. I don't want to ruin it. So I'm waiting for the lens to get here. The lens gets here tomorrow. And then I'm going to start learning how to use it properly. But yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you. I love you so much. And I'll see you soon. Love you.